Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Is Jamal Murray playing tonight? Latest injury update for Heat at Nuggets, November 8th. The Denver Nuggets are coming off their best win of the season, a 124-122 victory over the Thunder. Denver was without Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon, making the dub that much more impressive. The Nuggets are on a 3-game win streak and hope to increase that number on Friday against the Heat. Miami is 3-4 on the season and enters the matchup on a 2-game losing streak. The Heat lost 115-112 to the Suns on Wednesday. Tyler Herro led Miami with 28 points on 9 of 15 shooting from the field and 5 of 9 from 3. Haywood Highsmith dropped 29 off the bench. Even though the Heat are a year removed from playing the Nuggets in the 2023 NBA Finals, that loss should still sting. Denver can't approach the game lightly. It helps that Jamal Murray is listed as questionable. He suffered a concussion in the third quarter of last Friday's loss to Minnesota. He hasn't played since. Russell Westbrook scored a season-high 29 points, 10 of 15 shooting, in Murray's place in the starting lineup on Wednesday. The former MVP has had his ups and downs to start the season, but Murray has also had his ups and downs. Hopefully, Murray will be able to play and prove his doubters wrong. Things you can Heat, Miami rookies making splash plays on both ends. The Miami Heat are losers in 3 of the last 4 outings, and the same issues are rising. The dumpster fire third quarters continued as the Sacramento Kings belted them, but there may be a saving grace there. Jimmy Butler has yet to put together an encouraging string of games. Bam Adebayo was getting his old shots and made the Washington Wizards pay, but those same shots weren't falling against the Phoenix Suns en route to a 5-for-21 shooting performance from the Heat's franchise pillar. In close games, the Heat's last-second offense is stale and predictable. There is much to be concerned about if you root for the squad in the 305, but there is plenty to like, too. Pelle Larsson may be the Heat rookie who plays significant minutes. Rookies earn their burn in a Heat jersey being coached by Erik Spoelstra. This dates back to Bam Adebayo, who famously didn't crack the rotation until December of his rookie campaign. But Jaime Jaquez Jr. put in one of the best Heat rookie seasons and was instrumental last year. He was ready. When you're ready, SPO will play you. There's no agenda against rookies here. Pelle Larsson's readiness was tested as he played 25 and 21 minutes in back-to-back games against the Sacramento Kings and Phoenix Suns this week. After a solid performance in Washington, Larsson checked in the game in the first quarter against the Kings. He displayed a little bit of everything. Larsson flies around as a do-it-all wing. He's hardly ever stationary as he looks to cut into open space. Larsson has a nice feel for when and where to cut. Larsson is a threat from deep, and his March 5 3 p.m. game against the Kings will be a regularity at his best, but his defense was head-turning. In the first clip, Larsson turns former 30 PPG scorer Bradley Beal twice in the backcourt, makes him pick up his dribble, and baits Devin Booker into a turnover. Booker thought he could get that pass to Beal before Larsson stunted him, but that sudden movement threw Booker for a loop. Larsson can wall up guards like De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk on a given possession. He's switchable, and guards aren't his primary assignment, but he can hold his own in space. Many of these minutes came in the absence of last year's rookie sensation Jaime Jaquez Jr. Let's see how the minutes are allocated when Jaquez returns. Kel'el Ware played instead of Thomas Bryant when Bam Adebayo went to the bench in the Suns matchup. Bryant has been the brunt of unnecessary criticism, but fans are eager to see what Ware brings to the table. In his first possession of action, he was on the receiving end of a Tyler Herro alley-oop, but Ware opted to come down with the ball instead of completing the slam. He got the ball blocked as he tried to finish over career journeyman Mason Plumlee. Ware did step out and connect on a triple early in the fourth. that 3&D archetype is written all over where. You take the good with the bad, with a rookie as raw as where. His 7'1" frame pops on film, and offensive weapons weren't too keen on going straight at him. Where will be a meaningful rim protector in this league, but he might not be there yet. He will play over Bryant moving forward, but what about when Kevin Love returns? Where had solid flashes in the Suns' loss, but I want to see more stuff that screams that Where needs to be irregular in the rotation today. He can only get there with playing time, but this Heat team is in win-now mode. That's why they traded for Terry Rozier last year. Terry Rozier should lean more into shooter mode, but the Heat invested a first-round pick in Terry Rozier's services, not to mention giving up their floor general, Kyle Lowry. Rozier was understood to be a different type of creator than Lowry. He's a score-first small guard who can throw lobs and spray out of drive and kicks. We didn't think Rozier would still be a 23-point scorer. There are more mouths to feed in Miami than in Charlotte, but we still expect more than Rozier has delivered. His poor field goal percentage can be attributed to his shot diet. It's 3 or rim, and he's never been an elite finisher. Rozier can get to the rim with his turbo speed and oil-slick handles, but finishing when he gets there has never been his forte. Rozier has shot 60% at the rim once in his career. It's no surprise he's at 53% this year. Fresh Giannis Antetekounmpo to Miami Heat claim made as Milwaukee Bucks fall apart. The Milwaukee Bucks are a win-now team with a 1-6 record and sitting at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Naturally, questions have been raised about the future of Giannis Antetokounmpo, and the Miami Heat are one of the teams he has been heavily linked with. No superstar wants to spend their prime years on a team that cannot compete. The Bucks are coming off back-to-back first-round exits from the playoffs, and unless they improve drastically, they might not even make the postseason this time around. If he were to leave the Bucks, where would he end up? While other teams around the league might be better placed to offer a satisfactory trade package, the Heat continue to be prominently linked with a move for Giannis. According to Adam Zagoria on NJ.com, one Western Conference League source told NJ Advance Media about Giannis, "The only places I can see him going are Miami or the LA Clippers." The time might be coming for the Heat to make a tough decision as well. They showed immense trust in their roster over the summer, not making any significant changes despite a first-round exit from the playoffs last season. Unfortunately, the Heat's start to the season has failed to justify that trust. They are 3-3, their playing style feels disjointed, and they seem incapable of competing with truly elite teams. So, it might be time to shake things up soon if things do not start improving, and what better way to do that than to bring in a proven superstar like Giannis? Of course, finding a suitable trade package for Giannis would be difficult for the Heat, and they might need to say goodbye to a large part of their core, including Bam Adebayo, to make it happen. Would the risk be worth it? But then, if this team cannot win, what do the organization have to lose? And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Antetekounmpo? Leave your opinion in the comments.